Hello and welcome to the mains PYQ discussion by Neenv. This is one question from 2017, a 10 marker. Clarify how mid 18th century India was beset with the spectre of a fragmented polity. See, mid 18th century is a very important time period in Indian history. Why? Because 1707 Aurangzeb died, and after that there is a decline of Mughals. Now, what does that mean? There is a decline of the centralized polity. It is getting fragmented. And 1757, you have the Battle of Plassey. So the British is rising. They're using this opportunity. So mid 18th century is the time when you have a series of fragmented polities in India. And that's what this question is about. You have to explain how. We have to clarify how it became a fragmented polity. So that's our heading, how mid 18th century was beset with spectre of fragmented polity. First, we'll say that there's V successor to Aurangzeb. So centralization is declining. Mughal power is declining, paving the way for the rise of regional states. Then after that we'll talk about successor states, who are former Mughal nobles who established their states, but they accepted the Mughal sovereignty. So the Hyderabad, Awadh and Bengal can be taken in this category. Then Marathas, they were there during the Mughal time, but they assert their sovereignty during this time. Their rise and fall happens in this century. Both the third battle of Panipat happens in 1761 and the Anglo-Maratha war starts in this century. Then Bahmani Sultanates declines, and it is from the roots that Marathas will begin. That is also happening at this time. Then Nadir Shah and Ahmad Shah Abdali is a Persian ruler, it's an Afghan ruler. They comes for raids from the northwestern region, one in 1739, Battle of Karnal. The second comes between 1748 to 1761. He invades 7 times, and in 1761 he defeats the Marathas in third battle of Panipat. The Anglo-Mysore Wars starts in 1767, that is also mid 18th century. Hyder Ali gets defeated, later his son Tipu Sultan gets defeated. So the Mysore state is getting fragmented there. Battle of Plassey and Buxa, both are taking place in Bengal. So look at the region here, Bengal, Mysore, Northwest, Central India. Again Central India, this was kind of pan-India by 1915, from Lahore to Tanjore during the Peshwa era. Then Nawabs, different regions, Awadh, Bengal, Hyderabad. Then Delhi, here the Carnatic was along the Coromandel coast. So see, the entire India is getting fragmented in 1950s. That's the whole idea of this question. We'll bring everything out and we'll clarify how based on all the nature of different polities. Conclusion, we'll say that it in 19th century the EIC rule stabilizes. In 18th century, out of all this fragmentation, the EIC rule, which is the English East India Company rule, rises, they establishes, and in 19th century they stabilizes. In 20th century they declines. So that's the story about this. Thank you for listening.